Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. I was working in the main base and I noticed that our plastic production is starting to dwindle. If we look at the 10-hour production, we can see that plastic is steadily decreasing, and it appears that that is due to a lack of petroleum, which in turn is due to a lack of crude oil. We've got an empty oil tank here, and let's see if we take a look at our other place over here. This one is empty as well. So I'm not sure what we started out with, but I know it was a lot higher than 316% and 787%. So I think the time is good to bring in an oil unloading station. So that's what I am going to set up now. So as with any worthwhile project in Factorio, it begins with the clearing of trees. And then I'm going to copy this little segment there so we can get another rail line put in. And we'll have to relocate this signal. Here we go. Okay, and that looks good over on this side. I don't have a station on me, so let's grab one of those. And we're going to call this Plastic 1 Oil. And this should really be called Plastic 1 PAX to match the nomenclature. Okay, so my oil trains, if I remember correctly, are 1 and 2. Let me find one of them. Yeah, 1 and 2. And we're going into 6 tanks. Alright, so we'll set up over on this side. And I guess I would prefer to have those there in the middle. Okay, and let's put some refueling. And then we'll place our pumps. Now in this case, these pumps are going to be emptying. And we'll have to relocate that. There we go. So that way we can empty 2 cars at full speed. And then we just need to tap those into our main crude oil line, which is over here. Okay, and we want this to be one way, so I'll put a pump going out. Okay, so these pipes are going to fill up, but they won't go back into the tank. All right, and now we just need to divert one of our oil trains. Actually, let's take a look at our main base. Yeah, our current oil consumption. Well, it's matching production. But we've got 4 trains. I think I'll use this one. So we'll send that from oil 4 to plastic 1, oil, until empty. Alright, and that train, I believe, is full already. Yep, here it comes. Yeah, those tanks are full too. Yeah, we still have a pretty good yield over there. Now, I may need to get another train going, but we'll see how this goes. Nice. Okay. Right, so now this is all running at full speed again. And if we look at our plastic, we're going to see a big uptick in production. And I think that'll be back to what our previous levels were, somewhere around there. I think this is when we started up the new plastics area, or somewhere around here. So, okay, so that's good. I really screwed up laying these blueprints out. I think I can get rid of that. And maybe even that. Yes. All right, and then I would like to get some more mining set up. Okay. Yeah, that's getting us back up to our previous level. So, as long as the oil continues to flow like that, which I don't think it will, actually. I don't think we're going to be able to sustain this level of oil production. We'll get a lot now because we have a lot of oil being stored over here, but I think it won't take long before that starts to run out. Back at the main base, I added one speed module each on the module production, which should give us 50% more, but quite honestly, we don't have the red circuits to support that speed. Part of the reason was because we were running low on plastic, which is why I started to look at that. I think we'll be able to keep plastic flowing in pretty well. What was happening is because we're side loading all of the plastic onto those belts, we were ending up with only one half of a belt going through towards the end. So I removed the splitter from the unloader, and I have these both side loading onto a single blue belt. So that way these belts should stay full, and I think these boxes should unload a little more evenly. Perhaps not, but at least we'll have full belts going through. See, we have the same issue over here. And this is actually a less expensive design since we don't need a splitter, so I may just make that change to all of these. But in any case, bringing in oil from outside is necessary for the long-term production here. What do we have over there? Oh, we're missing some mining drills. All right. There we go. Okay, so that should be good for a while. And we'll put these back in there. All right, so let's go back and take a look at our copper station. And speaking of oil, we do have another oil patch within our walls. That's 3600. We've got this one not too far outside the walls, which we could grab pretty easily. There's some oil here, some oil here. So we've got plenty of oil still within our inside of our walls that we can take advantage of when we need it. In the meantime, continuing to take care of our copper setup. The other thing I did in the main base was doubled our production of beacons, almost doubled it, but here we're running out of red circuits. Actually, I'm completely out of red circuits now. Why is that? Ah, copper. Okay. So I think our copper supply over here must have dried up. And indeed it has. Okay. So now you are not going to go to smelting copper load anymore. You are going to go to copper smelting plate 1-4. As are you. And you can go there now. Go there now. Okay, so we can dismantle that, which I think I'll do now because we could use the parts over here. All right, so we're gonna go to smelting passenger station. And we'll go take that down. Alright, let's take a look at copper plate production over time. Over 10 hours, it has been quite static, actually. Okay, so this is probably when the new smelting kicked in, and then we started to run out. All right. Yeah, because here we had 60 furnaces, and now I believe I have 80 that are currently active. Yeah. We've got 80 that are active. We have plenty of ore, and we actually have quite a lot of copper plate built up. So that's probably part of the reason why our production doesn't look so high, is it's backed up. So we're producing, or we have the ability to produce more than we're currently consuming, which is very good. All right, so let's get out of map view, and then we'll start to tear this up. Actually, I'm going to leave. Do I want to leave any of this? No. I'm just going to go ahead and tear it all up. That's the wrong blueprint. Here we go. I'll leave the refueling stop there in case we decide to use this rail for something else. Let's get rid of that. I'll get rid of some of these extra lights. Get rid of that. Okay. Crap. Alright, then we'll get rid of this. Keep picking the wrong blueprint. I guess I'll grab the roboports too. Okay. Okay. I gotta get rid of some stuff. I don't know if I have any room in my train. Nope. Can I make a train car? Yes, I can. Alright, let me get outside of robot range. I'll put furnaces in here. I guess I can put all the logistics bots in there. I don't need to hold on to them. Nope, leave me alone. Okay. Now let's make another train car. What? Oh, they're trying to take my extra poles, because I have that on a filter. Alright. Now Now we've got all sorts of goodies in here. All right, so we'll throw extra stuff in here. All right, extra roboports, extra lights. Logistics bots, harnesses. Okay. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, now we only have 61 robots up here. And it looks like they're storing a lot of good stuff up here too. Okay, I guess you can have the power poles. What is this for? Oh, okay, that was to pick up copper, so we can get rid of that as well. Wish I could remember to pick the right type of blueprint. Okay. I'll pick that up too. Pick that up. Smelting supply. Okay. Yeah, we do need... So are my steel trains not getting supplied? No, I guess this does have to remain a continuous robot network in order to get the fuel supplied. Now, how did I have that separated before? I actually wanted to keep this separate. But I don't know how I was getting fuel here if I had them separate. Something wasn't getting fuel. There we go. Oh, that's how it was working. All right. Okay. That's how I did it. Oh my god. Okay, looks like I had no limit on that box. Let's take care of that right now. Alright, so enable a solid fuel is less than, let's say, 200. And set that up the same way. Okay. That's how I got the fuel to both sides. Alright, so now I have way too many robots there and not enough there, so I'm going to have to fix that. Yeah, because I need a lot more robots up there than I do down here. Okay, 800 up there seems reasonable. 1400 down here is not reasonable. That's too many. Wait for this train to leave. Yeah, I think 350 here, like we have in the other place, ought to be enough. All right, well, we've got almost 500, but I'm out of room. So let's go back to copper smelting, and I'll unload some of these bots into the second section of the copper smelting area, because they're going to need them there anyway. As all my robots fly out to build things. Alright, this is copper 2. That's 100, 200, 350. Okay, good. Alright, so now we're missing beacons and inserters. I do have a lot of inserters with me, though. So let's grab some more beacons. And we'll see how much we can get done here. And I should grab some modules as well. Okay, so the second section appears to be done. Third section needs modules. Let's see, let's grab more beacons. Not sure if we got enough to get all the beacons put down, but that would be nice, because they do take up a lot of room. Nope, not quite enough. We're still missing 50 of them. So let's go grab more modules and see if I've got enough. Now, why don't I have power over here? There we go. How are we doing on power? Yep, power use is starting to climb. I guess I should just power off the ones that I'm not using yet. Seems like that would be a smart thing to do. Yeah, so let's power down number 3. And 4 and 5. Because the beacons and stuff all require electricity. And if we're not using them yet, it's kind of a waste. Okay, so I think I'm out of beacons now. I need 120 more. So I think one more trip will complete the construction. 1 and 2 are finished, so we could start using those. Let's take a look and see how number 1 is doing. Yep, that looks good. Everything green. Yeah, so it looks like our average production is a little bit higher now than it was for the previous hours. But I think we're not producing more now just because we don't have the we just don't have the need for it. We don't have the consumption to go along with it, so and that's totally fine. All right, so I'm going to go and finish getting that set up, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.